Hi, my name is Per, and today I would like to talk to you a little bit about something that is an experience I think everyone goes through this experience like a couple of times a year, probably, or less, but uh, at least if you're like, let's say you're 30, you probably went through it 10 times in your life already for sure. Um, but maybe not. But I would think no one in the age of 30 has never tried this. But anyway, so what it is that you go to do something, for example. You go to what the fuck is a competition. And so in this competition, you learn some new tools and you come out of it um, a better person for it. You come out of it with better insights and abilities to do all kinds of stuff and with lots of new tools and skills and stuff like this. And then you're like, oh yeah, that's what I needed. And so now this is what I want to do for the rest of my life and go on like this, blah, blah, blah. Until you get home and slowly things just like fade away and you start to like return to normal everyday boring life or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. But that triviality or regular like drama rum or whatever you want to call it in life where it's just like dead numbness in some level on some level, right? And you don't want to go back to that and rah, rah, rah. So basically what you do is you before you go home you make the desire, you know that you want to stay with this, so you go home with the desire and you keep the desire to want to stick in this new state you have found, this new way of being. And then you get out of your own way. You don't need to realize to plan this or that to be able to keep it. You just get out of your own way. If your body feels like it wants to go this way and your mind says, oh, let your body guide you. Just let it take you to wherever it goes. Then what happens is you will be brought into situations, places that are new to you, that are, or that are, let's say, that are, oh, what's that word? Where it's not unfamiliar, but it is like they're not your familiar running ground, right? And so it's not in the sense of unfamiliar because you may have been there, you may even know it a lot and stuff like this. That doesn't matter, but within that daily rum where all the energy drain is, right? That's not, you're out, you get outside of that. Your body takes you outside of that. And what it then does is it keeps helping you into situations where you can use these skills, and then it keeps helping you reinforce these skills. And so even though that whole competition felt like, oh wow, I've gotten to that place, now you didn't. The feeling you felt was the place that you could easily get to if you kept using these new tools. And so if you don't do anything with these new tools as you come home, you fade back into old reality, right? And so by keeping the desire to wanting to stay in that and be that person, you are sending out a signal that says, this is what I want, this is what I want. And so the universe, somehow, I don't understand it, I couldn't explain it to you even if I tried. Somehow the universe picks up on that and adds to it, or aligns with it, or feeds into it, or however you want to express it. It helps you reach that state of being because you are doing everything you can to show that this is what you want, and you're not getting in the way of it happening, right? So after, let's say, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, or a month or a couple of months doing this, you will then, it might even only take hours, who knows, it all depends, right? But then what happens is that then you have established the pattern inside of you, as in readily available tools that are always present, right? That to some extent have become a running program inside of you. And so therefore will always be there and will always help you. And that's how you get out of that rum, right? As we would say, that's probably a Danish expression, doesn't matter. But you get out of that trivial, life draining, everyday stuff that seems to be the reason why we're always getting in trouble, right? Because we're in that environment. So, yeah, if you are interested in keeping that which has uh, come to be shown to you, that can become yours, then this is the best advice you can follow, because it will really solidify things within you. And I know it sounds magic, it sounds crazy, it sounds miraculous, it sounds new age and all this religious, and I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, but in reality it's very natural. It's it's the way somehow things are, and this is one of the reasons why I am like, okay, maybe this is a simulation. Now maybe it's not a computer simulation that we're in or anything, but maybe it is a simulation in a sense, in the sense of like there's a purpose of kind of being in here, in experiencing certain things, and seeing certain things, and living it, right? And so like the only way, because like this, it does see, like people are saying this shit with free will and stuff, it does seem like we have free will to do whatever we want within the rules of the framework, right? So yeah, I lost track of what I was saying, but yeah, so it's all natural that there has to be one way, that if you can get into this for having experiences, but you still have free will, there should be ways that you are showing that, nah, I'm not going by free will anymore. I'm going uh, by the show that I came here to experience, right? And so makes sense that that is your desire, right? That shows you this, because it's also your sort of your desire that distracts you, into all of these other things, right? I want to know what's going on over there, right? So because your focus is more on what's going on than where am I going, you get distracted to these things that call your attention, right? But when you put focus into it, then that disappears. And that's where, like, you're focusing on your desire and not what's going on around me, right? It's really interesting. It's like, what? This can't be true. It's like, but it is somehow. Anyway, if you're going for the experience, enjoy it. If not, well, enjoy the laugh. See you later. Bye.